One Jog Vlog.
On Netflix Instant Streaming, I watched The Last Dragon from 1985, and boy does it suck. It's nearly 2 bad hours, and this is a film where it's like black co-oping of Hong Kong 70s action cinema in the mid-80s. So where you had a bunch of guys trying to be like Bruce Lee after he died, and you'd have like all these Bruce Lee knockoff clone movies. Now you're doing the same thing way later with a black guy. If Streets of Fire is the closest thing you can get to a rock and roll action movie, then The Last Dragon is a awful pop song from the 80s martial arts film. Movie stars this guy, what's his name, like Taimak, and he is, well, they call him Bruce Leroy, but his character's actually named Bruce Green. And he is a Bruce Lee fanatic and a trained up on the martial arts practitioner. He can chop arrows in half in the air, even catch them. And his master has said that he is about to go to the final plane of, martial arts excellence, where he gets to be one with energy or some awesome shit. Anyways, he's walking around New York City looking for the next master. And it's so stupid. The guy lied to him. He said that the next guy he needs to talk to is some dumb guy. That's the actual name he gave him. You're going to see a whole lot of Bruce Lee movie in this, and it's always a bad idea to be playing other movies in your movie, especially for a long period of time. It gives me a lot of time to reflect that, hey, I could be watching that instead, because this is from Motown Records. This is their effort to get into the movie business. So one is thinking, okay, at least we'll have good music, right? Wrong. The music in this film is horrendous. You got this gal, Vanity, from Vanity 6. You think I'm a nasty girl? You know, the strip club song from Beverly Hills Cop. Well, she's a Prince protege, and none of that talent rubbed off at all. Oh, God, no. Well, she's basically an MTV video jockey, and she's being held captive because some goon wants to get his girlfriend's video on her show. And here's the real fatal flaw here. That song is supposed to be the bad one, and it's actually catchier than anything else in the movie, because I was actually humming the Dirty Blonde song after watching this. This is probably not a comedy, but there's a lot played for laughs because it can't be taken seriously at all. You got this guy running around named Shonuff, the Shogun of Harlem, who just has to pick a fight with everybody, and he has a bunch of goons that follow him and watch him fight people. Is there money involved here? Like, do they not have something better to be doing? You just walk around with a big guy with shoulder pads who yells at everybody? Oh, but that's okay, because at the end of the movie, when Shonuff and Bruce Leroy get into a battle, Shonuff shows why he's the real Shogun of Harlem. His hands start to emit an energy force glowing red. It's such bullshit. Alright, so if you had magic powers all along, you don't think you could have found some way to, I don't know, fight professionally? Oh, but don't worry, Vanity. You don't need to get your nipples out in this movie, because Bruce Leroy can counter it with his yellow aura of bullshit. I give The Last Dragon 1.5 out of 4 stars.
Like, comment, share, follow, subscribe. One Jog Vlog is made possible by your support on Patreon. Patreon.com/VaughnFry. Because f*** Google.